Alright, so I'm going to move him around just a little bit. And I'm going to show you a couple of the games that I play. There you go. Okay, get on the rail. Thank you. Whoopsie. There you go. Alright, good job. Okay, now once I got him in the position that I want, then I quiet my stick. Now I made a whooshing sound and I slapped the ground. I didn't crack it like a whip. Don't want to scare him. I just want him to understand the intensity of each step that I take to get him to move out. I want him to know that it'll get more intense. The sound will get louder, the slap will get harder. But the slap is on the ground, it's not on him. I'm staying beside or behind his shoulder. Okay, now he's wanting to smell that food, and I'm going to give him a few seconds to do that. Okay, now I'm going to move him on. Lock on, and see how that was? One slap on the ground. Very nice. Now he's wanting to follow into this trail because we added a couple more panels here, so it's a little bit wider. And that's okay. I'm not going to critique every little move that he makes. As long as he's going in the direction that I'm asking, that's the important thing. Plus he's doing it because he wants to do it. Alright, now I'm going to reverse him. I'm going to change his direction. So I switch the carrot stick to my other hand, point and look in the direction I'm asking. Once he turns, now I just quiet my stick and get him moving. There he goes again. He wants to get into that trail. And like I said, I don't have a problem. He's doing what I'm asking. He's going in the direction. When I lunge, I take my time with it. A lot of people do what we call mindless lunging. And they just get their horse running around in a circle 10, 15 times. They got the stick going at their butt, which, hey, it can be done. Now he's smelling another pile of poop. But I would rather work the shoulder. Your forward impulsion is at the shoulder, not at the butt. The butt is what you want to do to hide the hiney to when you're on the ground, hide the hiney like this, and to disengage that back end. When you're up in the saddle, okay, I find it a lot easier, walk on. I find it a lot easier to take my reins, or if I have a little string or rope with me or something like that, to tap them a couple of times on the shoulder to get that forward motion. Now notice that where I've got my stick here, I have it pointed at his shoulder. Now I'm going to ask him to turn again. But look at how much time I'm giving him to think about turning. Okay? Now he doesn't want to turn, but I'm going to be persistent with it. And once he turns, then I take the pressure off of him. Now I don't have him up to a trot or a canter yet in the round pen. I want to make sure that he understands what I'm asking with going in the direction that I want, staying away from me. At the beginning, he kept wanting to come towards me. So you want to get him to stay away from you, go to the rail, and go in the direction that you're asking, and then turn in the opposite direction. I want to give them time to think. See how I distance myself from him, and I switch my hand. Okay? There we go. Now I want him on the rail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump him away from me and get him on that rail. He's still not going in the right direction, and here we go. Very good. Notice that I had my rope, even though it was on the other side of him, going towards his shoulder, not his butt. Okay? Now what he doesn't know offline is how to hide his hiney. I'm going to get him to move again. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm going to drop the stick, and he stopped. That's good. Alright, now he probably decided to stop when I dropped the stick, but I really want him to stop when I hide his hiney, which is I'm going to look at his butt like this. Uh-huh. So I was getting to the point of hiding his hiney before I kind of stopped the filming here for a little bit. And so this is the position that I've got him in now. So what I'm going to ask him to do is to follow me into the center. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch his neck, and then I'm going to start walking towards the center. Now, he's interested in that poop down there. Well, here he comes. Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay. Oh, he found something else more interesting than me. So I'm going to come up, approach him again. I'm going to touch his neck. Okay, and see if he'll come back in. Come on. Very nice. Very nice. That's exactly what I wanted him to do. So it took a couple of times to touch his neck, but notice I didn't pressure him. All I did was suggest to him that, hey, you know, I'd like you to come into the center. Now he's chewing on my shoe. This I will accept because of the fact that he's in training. What this is going to do is when I do get up on his back and he turns around, he looks at this, all right? He's going to see my shoe. He's going to see my boot. Now see, he just tried to nip me. So I'm just going to give him a little flick right there. Baggy pants, remember? Baggy pants. All right? No bite. No bite. Okay, that's better. And this is why I love working with babies. You can mold them. He is not afraid of anything. Okay? He hasn't, now he's chewing on the other side. He hasn't had somebody beating on him and yelling at him and screaming. Not that I don't get mad at him sometimes. Of course I do. I'm only human. So sometimes I do yell at him, and maybe once in a while I might pop him a little bit harder than I should. But I'm only human. Things happen, you feel bad about it, and you apologize for it later. But for the most part, these horses are very forgiving. Okay? They understand that you're not out to hurt them. Alright? So he wants to play. So now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get my rope, and I'm going to show you some of the games that I play with him. All right, buddy boy. Thank you. Now, isn't that nice? I taught him to pick that stick up, believe it or not. All right, son, let me have it. Leave it. Leave it. See, I'm putting pressure on his mouth, and I'm giving him time to think about what I'm asking him to do. I'm not going to jerk it out of his mouth. Okay, so now I'm going to put the rope on my shoulder. I'm going to get him comfortable first. I got to trim his feet this week. Probably do it today. Walk up. Okay. Get comfortable. I want him to square up just a little bit, just to kind of get comfortable. Okay. I'm going to help him out here. I'm going to help him out. Just a little bit. There we go. Nope. Okay. Whoa. Okay. That's good enough. All right. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take the carrot stick. Okay. Starting down on the ground. Okay. Now I'm going to come up a little bit. I'm not going to let the rope on the stick leave the ground. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go up higher. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go higher. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and forth like this. All this is quick movement at different areas of your horse. You never know when you're going to be on the trail and you're going to have a leaf fall down, or a pine cone fall down, or a branch fall down, or something comes out from the side, or something crawls in front of them like this. All this is desensitizing him to different sounds, to different moves, over his head, under his body, around him, beside him, in front of him, behind him. And this is all desensitizing. Now I'm going to show you another game that I play with him.